Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another weekly episode of the Interconnected-ness, a weekly oracle series. You all, welcome back. I'm so excited for us to be back, y'all. This is for the week of January 23rd through January 29th, 2022. Okay, you all. Please remember to do your 3 deep cleansing breath in from your nose and slowly out your mouth. All right, y'all, remember that the new moon in Aquarius, the video has been uploaded on YouTube, and you all can go watch it. Please go watch it. Please subscribe, share. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Okay, y'all, come on over to the Playful Platform or Patreon, on over to the Memory Astrologer side, y'all. Come on over to the Playhouse, come over to the Patreon Playhouse, on over to the Memory Astrologer side, okay? All right, you all. You would like to send a love offering? Would you like to send a love tip? The link to the Linktree link to the Amazon wish list and to the Cash App link is in the description box below, but also Cash App link is directly in the description box below. All right, you all. If you like to read any of the previous astrology notes, astrology freebies, they are available on Patreon. Just click the freebie hashtag in the little box thingy on Patreon. All right, y'all. This is going to be a wonderful message. I want you all to be a little more, my goodness. Be a little bit more quiet this week. To hear your body, to hear what's going on in your environment, to hear the people that's going on, that's walking in the environment. I want us to really thinking about calming our mind down, calming our body down, slowing it down, you feel me? Not detaching, but slowing it down. And here, the moons, I need us to think about that. How can we slow our minds down? Take, repetitive breaks, continuous breaks. Let's not overload ourselves. Let's think clearly, step by step by step. And then we get a resolution. That's really all I heard. And then the solution's done. Bro, that is so funny. You know that song Epiphany? I hear that, but I kind of heard that when I was writing through notes for the new moon. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, Fantasia, somebody, yeah. Epiphanies. Aha moments. I don't know, certain joys. And I want us to be mindful of what brings us joy, what brings us smiles, what brings us smile, what makes us laugh. All right, y'all. The cards of the week. I want to do this, and I'm going to clarify them with a playing card. All right, y'all. The cards we have 2, and they're both reversed. And I love them. It is Rejuvenate, and it is Activate. Ooh, rejuvenate and activate. Rejuvenate and activate. So the whole time it's like light off. It's like mask on. Let's put the mask off. Let's take the mask off. And let's really understand, what does it mean to rejuvenate? What does it mean? What does it mean to get a full, nice rest? What does it mean to nourish the body? What does it mean to regenerate oneself? Now, we can see this in many different facets. We can see it in the facets of when plants are transitioning. So they're going from season to season and they go underground. That is a moment of rejuvenation, but we're not seeing it as rejuvenation because we're like, oh, there's no more plants there. It's barren, it's empty, it's dry, it's cold, it's over with. But there's a process of unseen that we don't even see, right? So with this, then the plant comes back up and it goes back to doing what it normally does, habitually. So with this, I need us to be very mindful of, one, our habits. How do our habits impact us? Do they give us the nourishment, the strength to push on, to carry ourselves? Do the relationships we engage in, do they nourish us? Do they rejuvenate us? Do they allow us to be refreshed? And what does that even mean? You know, how can we refresh our body? That might mean refreshing our sheets. That means we might need to be opening our windows. We need to have ventilation in. That means we need to be activating that air. So that's, what is that? Libra, Aries, Aquarius? Why did I say Aries for air? Gemini, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We need to activate the air in our life. We need to bring balance to that. We need to bring recognition to that. We need to bring awareness to that. But then we also need to be very mindful of connecting to ourselves, the waters. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. What does it look like to allow ourselves to be renourished mentally, physically, emotionally? But how can you rejuvenate yourself now? It has a moon here and it has like little stars. I wonder if you can see this. You see, and it has like around it a glow. So here it's telling us that the moon has been impacting us, or maybe nighttime is very impactful for us. So how can we be more in tune with the moon? How can we be more in tune with ourselves? How can we be more in tune with our body? How can we be more in tune with the unseen forces that are going on, that are impacting us, that we know and do not know about? What does that look like to be aware, but to be rejuvenated, to be renourished? How can you renourish yourself right now in the solitude? What does that look like? What do you need to be nourished, to be brought back to life, to redefine, to re-understand yourself? What do you need? Because then it leads us to activate. So we need to rejuvenate. We need to use our energy wisely. We need to nourish ourselves to be able to use the energy, to be able to call forth the energy. That means we have to do a lot of trusting, a lot of growing awareness, a lot of focusing to self, to be able to know where one has to go, to be able to find that one has these abilities, these purposes, these moments of movements, these connections, these body parts, to use them to your benefit. That means we have to work them habitually. That means we have to grow our awareness to it. That means we have to grow our strength to it. But we know that this is a step-by-step process, and rejuvenate and activate need to be on the same page. So if we know we need to use our energy wisely to the long haul, what does that really mean? It means strategically using our mind, using our emotions, using our will, our passion, our force to start to initiate wisely who we engage with, why we engage with them, why we are engaging in situations, our behaviors, our tactics, our reactions. We need to be very mindful when we're speaking out, when we're sharing out. We need to be very mindful of the things that we're being shown, and are we really taking heed to them? We need to be very mindful of our third eye, of our throat, how we speak to ourselves, what we see, how we see, our intuition. We need to grow our awareness to that. We need to also grow our awareness to our roots within ourselves, our self-confidence, our sexual understanding of ourselves, our sexual identity, our needs, our base needs, our foundations, our security for ourselves. How can we make ourselves more secure, more honored? How can we devote our time to solitude, to rejuvenating, to re-nourishing ourselves? What does that mean to nourish yourself? And how can you nourish yourself right now this week? How can you nourish your mind this week? How can you nourish your thoughts this week? How can you nourish your voice this week when you're speaking to other people, when you're speaking to yourself? This is giving me very club vibe. This is giving me like hearts and clubs. But it's also like this diamond here, this like a slight anxiousness. Maybe the anxiousness is within the body. It's maybe like tingly. We need to stretch before we go to bed. We need to be thinking about a morning and a night routine. We need to be thinking about bringing balance to our night, balance to our body, balance to our mind, balance to our emotions, balance to our thoughts before we go to bed. So we can be open to our dreams. So we can be open to the growth of ourselves. So we can be open to allow our body to fully rest, to fully be calm. So we can be able to use our energy wisely. And here we might think about, we might have a little stress when we wake up in the morning. So what can give us most or release most tension in the morning? Maybe that might be stretching in the morning, moving our arms, moving our legs. So like arm movement, yay. Leg movement, yay. Then probably like a toe touch, and like, you know, you touch your toes and it's your leg. You know what I'm trying to say? You get what I'm trying to say? It's to like disconnect from our mind, our awareness of ourselves, our awareness of the external worlds, and ourselves. So this is a really good week to define your own awareness to yourself. Define who you are currently. Define where you are currently. But this is also a really good time to watch that New Moon and Aquarius video that is up, so we can grow our awareness and our nourishment to ourselves, so we can validate ourselves, so we can honor ourselves, so we can grow strong self-esteem within ourselves. Back of the deck. Oh my God, y'all, stress. Oh my gosh, look, Libra, I'm calling you to the deck. I'm actually calling all like hearts. I'm calling the heart. I'm calling Libra. I'm calling Leo. I'm calling you all here. This is like a devotion to self. How can you be more devoted to yourself? How can you trust yourself some more? I'm calling Jupiter here, the expansionness of self. This is we have to go internal here. I like this because the heaviest part is acknowledging the fact that you need to rest. You need to honor yourself. You need to reconnect to yourself. That's the first step. And it looks like the hardest step. And then after that, maybe the courage is going to be activated. When you take the step of awareness and acknowledgement and then build off of what you need, that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of strength, internal strength, inner power, for you to acknowledge that within yourself and hold yourself strong. And I want you to be able to know here we might be really shaken. We might be really unsure about ourselves. We might be also really defensive. And I need us to be very mindful about our reactions, our emotional reactions, our engagements, our energy levels, how we speak to people, how we move, how we engage, you feel me? The tones of things, the way we say it, how we carry ourselves. You are a wonderful and magnificent being, and you're going to grow. We are going to grow our continuous awareness to ourselves right now. I love you all so much. Yeah, this is really, you all need to watch. I need to watch it too. This new moon video, because the same cards pop up again. Yeah, we need to focus on one situation to grow our own awareness. But that one situation is going to lead us, is going to take us, is going to deepen us. All right, you all, what is the playing card message? This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is self-love here. This is growing the awareness of self-love, better habits within yourself. This is also, if you have any children and you are going through a situation, ask them how their energy level is. Maybe if you want to take a couple of days off, spend that time with your kids. Incorporate that connection with your children. Yeah, look at the card that fell out, 10 of Clubs. The desires. I love this. I love this a lot. I love this. No, we're going to leave it at this. Yeah. We're leaving it at this. 10 of Clubs, we were just talking about the engagement of your children. 10 of Clubs is very, it's very ancestral, okay? It's very like the continuous growth of the mind. One is growing into the maturity of that. One is growing the awareness of that. One is also growing the awareness of cyclical matters, desires. And with that, the cyclical desires of that, we have to understand that there is a loop, a process. So within the loop, we need to understand where we are, to understand the type of energy we need to invest, so we can know where we're going. The 10 of Clubs also allows us to analyze our previous endeavors and our previous experiences and our previous hard work to see where we are right now. It's like the culmination facet. So here, that's why I'm saying you've done a good job. And it's okay to be unsure about yourself because you've just now grown this new awareness of yourself. So with this new awareness, you get to grow your understanding, your values, your identity from this awareness. You are really growing. We are really growing to be more understanding, more loving, more compassionate individuals, more competent individuals, more engaging and interconnected individuals, more mature individuals. And with this mindset, we are able to incorporate now our previous lessons, our previous identities, our previous desires or passions to our benefit. To know how to hold them, know how to fold them the whole time. You can use this with the kids because with this, it's saying we have this maturity, this awareness that we can use to gain and to use as like an apprentice so we can understand and to set better foundations. I like this a lot. Like for real. This is very mature. This is very organized. This is very self-governed. This is learning the ability of self-governance. And with this, we need to be very mindful of the people we engage with, the groups we want to engage with, the groups that we are going to engage with, people who identify with us right now. But we can also use this as like an ability to assist people. So that be people who are, I don't want to say underneath us, but people who are like growing their awareness to the many diverse viewpoints of the world. So we can use this to help our children. We can use these experiences to mold and to assist better peer relationships, better parental relationships, better sibling relationships. I like this. I think this is really good. We should use our energy wisely. Be very mindful of like how we use power. Be very mindful of the steps that you had to go through to attain this power. You know, like we should think about things correctly and empathetically and compassionately. I love this. This was a good ass reading. Yeah, 3 of Clubs. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because it just tells us where we've grown from. 3 of Clubs reverse. We didn't really have our awareness about ourselves. We were really unsure about ourselves. And I like it. I like it. We're here now. Talk about the growth. Talk about the growth. Now it's just to bring balance to ourselves because of how much we've grown. All right, you all. I love you all.